right, we're back. We were just talking about music.
This is a perfect segue.
Perfect segue, isn't it, Disha? You intro the next person.
There you go. Okay, fantastic. Well, we were talking about music here in Port Credit, of course, celebrate 175 years of music in this community. But we also want to celebrate the music in our, right here, local community.
Literally right here in our studios.
Exactly. Well, it's Volunteers Week, as we've been telling you, and we're celebrating our volunteers. But our next volunteer has a little bit of a musical tie-in as well.
He definitely does. We've got Joe in studio, who is one of our volunteers, but also an artist here in the community. And I had no idea until today that you were actually a musician. Yeah. How do you keep that hidden so well?
Honestly, it's weird because you're not the first person to say that. A lot of people just kind of look at me and no one really pegs me for someone who plays music. But I guess that's kind of a good thing in a way. Like it keeps it mysterious, I guess.
Well, very mysterious. Moments ago, he was standing right behind that camera, actually.
Camera number 2 right there. Yeah.
He just kind of like jumped off, grabbed his guitar, and here he is. So really taking on multiple roles here today. Tell us about when your musical career started, because I know when your television career started.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, unlike my television career, this didn't start like a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, essentially it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. My biggest regret is not starting in high school. I actually started right after high school.
Right.
My brother had been in a band, and just you have that syndrome where you look up to your older brother and he's in a band and you want to play guitar, and my best friend was playing guitar, and I started writing songs a long time before I started playing guitar, but I played in about, I guess maybe when I was like 17, 18 I started.
And what kind of songs were you interested in playing back then, and what kind of music do you play now?
I was interested in like a lot of just harder rock and metal and stuff like that, and that changed drastically, or I wouldn't be holding an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, exactly. I guess so. Well, what were some of your influences early on then, and how have they changed over the past?
I liked a lot of classic rock. I inherited all my musical tastes from my brother and my friends, and at the time they were all listening to Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd.
Okay, you're talking her music.
That's my language, my friend.
Exactly.
Which I still love, but I mean, it's not the kind of music that I think I really fit well with.
Well, I'm curious, you mentioned your brother was listening to this music. What about your parents? Because it's really from your parents' generation. What were they listening to?
The thing is, my parents actually moved here a while ago, maybe from Palestine, Lebanon, so they're listening to traditional Arabic music, and when they got here, they're listening to stuff like, like Neil Diamond and stuff like that. So that's not really up my alley.
They kind of missed the rock and roll.
I'm looking at you, and I couldn't really figure out your background, but I mean, so that's where your parents are from. Yeah. Does any of that musical taste really influence yours?
I'd like it to. My mom actually went and traveled to Lebanon very recently and brought back an oud, which is a traditional instrument, Arabic instrument. It's an oud, O-U-D. It's pronounced oud, yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting
and I'd
sound.
like to, It's
what is it, like a keyboard or
like a lute? It's like a guitar kind of thing. Like it is a. It's a 12-string instrument. The neck is much shorter.
Okay.
But yeah, really cool sound, and I'd really like to learn how to play it. I haven't yet, but once I do, I'd like to incorporate it with what I'm doing. I think that'd be really neat.
You mentioned off the top that you were writing music before you could actually play music, which I found interesting. Was it more of a poetic
lyrical,
aspect?
Yeah, probably more.
Well, what did you hear in your head while you were writing those songs? Did you hear it to music, or was it just the words?
Yeah, I kind of came up with some cheesy-sounding melodies while I was writing, but I mean, other than that, there wasn't really much I can put to it. I didn't know how to play any instruments until after high school. So.
And okay, so what kind of stuff are you writing about? Are you writing about relationships? Are you writing about life in general? What's
a little
the material?
of both.
Yeah.
It's that's actually like, if you were to ask me, the first thing I would tell you is life and love. Two things that I write about the most, I guess.
Life and love. Okay, can we hear a little?
I just want to mention on that point, if you don't mind, because he's now performing with his girlfriend.
Yes, I know, who is a singer-songwriter as well.
So I wonder, if her influence perhaps influenced that change of musical style, more romantic style of music. They're actually going to be performing together on May 1st at Starbucks here in our neighborhood. A very nice acoustic set. But he's going to give us a little bit of a sample of what they're going to be playing together.
Let's hear a little bit.
All right. Well, this is a pretty recent song called "The Fox and the Owl," and it's just about. I can explain it afterwards, I guess.
Okay.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Well, the fox and the owl on the road to the working class, that's where I saw them last. Fox was on the prowl, the something that's close to home, but out in the middle of the road. You won't find what you're looking for, my friend. There's more to life than meets the eye. Well, the owl was the same, seemingly unscathed by the floating, glowing flame in the sky. I can learn from the wisdom in his eyes. He's not afraid of being burned. I can find what I'm looking for if I just follow the fox and the owl's advice.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You know what it sounds like to me, actually? It's very reminiscent of like Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
Yes.
that particular one, I definitely.
Really
is.
nice, totally mellow. This is going to be perfect actually for that Starbucks while people enjoy their cafe, latte, mocha, whatever.
And a little bit of John Mayer there as well. You're a big fan of John Mayer, aren't you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are they? Would you say those are some of the folks that you really look up to and aspire to?
I call it like the 3 J's. Jason Mraz is just my number one.
Yeah.
John Mayer and Jack Johnson are the three that I really kind of draw
Well,
inspiration from.
tell us a little bit about this song and where the inspiration really came from.
The Fox and the Owl, well, there was a couple weeks where the first week on my way to school, maybe like 8 in the morning, I saw a gray fox, which looked like it had been in a fight, run across the road.
Yeah.
And about a week later, I saw an owl. And it was both of them were during the day, whereas foxes and owls, to my knowledge, are both nocturnal creatures.
Right.
So the song is kind of about being out of place, but not worrying that you're out of place.
Very deep.
It is.
I'm learning a lot about our volunteers this week. This is wonderful.
Who knew that camera 2 knew how to?
Camera 2, there you
Who
go.
knew camera 2?
Well, Joe, I'm very excited for you. This is really an honor to have you perform here for us today. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of great success. Please go check him out. Him and his girlfriend, actually, they're going to be performing at the Starbucks on here Ontario Street on May 1st. What a wonderful appearance that's going to be.
And you can also check him out on YouTube, youtube.com/Joe. How do you say your last name?
Chammas?
Chammas. Yes. Joe Chammas. And we're going to put that information up right now. And we've got a clip, actually, that we're taking a look at right now of you playing acoustically.
Okay, Joe, can you play us out? That was wonderful.
Can you give us a
We're
little
going to be
more?
right back with some more volunteers after the break. And Salad Creations, too, in the
Salad
kitchen.
Creations. Joe, take it away.